So hello again, and happy Monday. Today, really, you're just going to pee right there, right in the middle of my video. Good job. I'm going to start working on this corner. We went yesterday and I got boulders, more top dressing, lots of rubble, all kinds of fun stuff. And a couple of days ago, I got this big barrel cactus. I think that's in a 5-gallon container. So this is the biggest one I've been able to afford because they are pricey. And I'm going to redo, or not redo, but start working on this corner. I've got a lot of flagstones to make a path and lots more cool plants to stick in here. So I'll get started here this morning and we'll check back in and check on my progress. And then I'll get this wagon painted because I still haven't done that. So stay tuned. All right, so we got all the rocks and all my flagstone. All my boulders moved over here. They're just kind of scattered around. Got a bunch more over here. And then all of my pretty turquoise rubble. But I got a few boulders to set out here. We didn't get too big of ones, but I do want to make a cool little area to show off that barrel cactus, which is sitting over here now, waiting to be given its new home. So now I'll get moving some rocks and then we'll check back in. Okay, so I kind of got a rough draft of how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna end right here. So I use the turquoise rubble to kind of make a line. And I'm gonna kind of leave this. I'll bury this drip line. I still haven't done it. So I have a few of these stones, and I was just gonna do 3 back into this back corner, but we decided we want to go all the way back to that gate right there because we do go in and out of that gate occasionally. So I'm gonna go get probably about maybe 6 more of these. I haven't hosed them off yet, but they're kind of shiny. It looks like they maybe have a lot of pyrite or something in them. They're really cool. And I'll lead those back, kind of make it curve. I might kind of make a little S curve out of it. I did use this one to hold up this sprinkler that has been working its way out of the ground forever. And instead of digging it up and trenching down underneath it and pushing it back down, I just put a brick behind it to support it because it's got a lot of pressure when it goes off. But that boulder that I bought fits perfectly, and once I get gravel all around it, I think it'll look cool, and I can put a little, I don't know, a little creature or something on top of that one. Over here, so my original plan was just to get enough flagstones to put under the feet of the tables and the chairs, but that looks horrible like that. It doesn't look good. So I'm going to probably get a few more of those and make an actual little patio. So I'll just get enough to fill in those areas, and then that'll look a little bit better. But I'm going to keep the table and chair there because when I'm sitting over here and looking out this way, I have just a nice view of the whole front. So, and then, just turn your head. So the barrel cactus will be over here. I do like to stand my boulders up. I look for flat ones that are flat on the bottom. So when they stand up, I like that kind of tower look like that. So I do that a lot. There's another one down there. And I just like the way that looks. So hopefully these guys don't knock these over. They're not very stable. And I will put that barrel right in the middle. And I'll probably tip it forward because they look really good when you tip them. And then I've got some rubble to go around. It's going to be mounded up so it won't be sitting so low on the ground like that. And I'll need those little bits of rubble to hold that top dressing from just running down. And then I have this. Look at this boulder. Isn't that cool? Look at the color on that and the stripes. I love it. It was different from I think this one was called, oh gosh, what was it? I forget what it was. I'll have to remember. It's really pretty. But this one was, somebody just set it there. It was in the wrong spot, but I really liked it. I've got a big cutting from Poot's Nursery that I'm going to put there. And it's the type of cactus that will, I think it's a I think it's a Trichocereus something with a V. Oh, I'll have to remember. He told me what it was. It was trichocereus. So it'll grow straight up as a pillar, straight up. You know, I'll probably be gone before it gets very big because they do grow kind of slow. But it'll look cool there, and I'll plant some stuff around it. This stuff will get the full weather all year. So I got to put stuff out here that is super hardy for winter and summer. Late afternoon, it does get shade, but not until after about 4 or 5 o'clock because those trees there, the sun goes down back over there. So for now, in the summer, it's going to be in full sun. Now in the winter, it'll be nice because the winter, the sun comes up right there, kind of in this area, and it just goes to over there. So this whole area gets full sun in the wintertime, which would be perfect. They warm up pretty quick. And then I will finish. I have some other plants. I'm going to put some more dickeas. We know how much I love my dickeas. I'm going to put some of those out there. I've got some more mangavis that can go over here. And they will all be able to take full sun, hot, cold, you know, whatever. And this area does slope a little bit, so the water will run off that way, which is perfect when it rains. And I'll leave it kind of slopey. For now, I just moved my Nepalas over there, but I will set that somewhere out in here, so I'm not constantly bumping it. I mean, it's really happy. Obviously, it's well rooted because look at all those paddles it's got on it now. I'll trim a few of those off because I got to keep it small, and that thing will just take over. Still haven't done anything with that aloe, but I've been watering it really good, and you can see that it's the middle, you know, the center growth is coming back green. So that's just an aloe vera. I'll have to figure out what to do with that. That sago palm is going to a friend of mine. She said she would like it. And I think I'm going to leave this area kind of like this. I will plant some more stuff in here, but all this will be filled in with the Sonora Gold top dressing, so it all matches. I will do some more mounding back there, so we've got some, you know, some hills and valleys, kind of like I did over here. It won't be really high. You know, it doesn't really show up that good on camera, but this is mounded up. I'm going to probably move that turquoise boulder. I just stuck it there because I bought it for that project there, and I didn't need it. It was too much, so I just stuck it there. But I'll move it because it doesn't really match. You know, maybe I'll stick it over here and plant a, I don't know, something red. You know, maybe I'll do another Cameronii. When you chop the roots and you stress those, they just turn really beautiful red. Maybe I'll plant one in the ground there, and they can take the full sun. They can take the cold in our areas, so we'll have to see. But so this is where I'm at now, and I do have to go get some soil because I think I only have 2 bags here, so I'm gonna have to run to Green Acres. But I got all the rocks moved around, and then later Dave and I squealy pig. The pigs are coming out. That is Squeal, and then Pippin in the middle, and then that one is Boo, Little Miss Boo. Yeah, so we'll be heading off to the rock yard again this morning, or well, in a couple hours when he gets back, because he took off. And once I get this finished, then I got to get that wagon painted, and it's going to be so cute. This area is going to look so much better. It's amazing how much just adding the top dressing changes this. So, okay. Well, I'm going to go start hauling some dirt, and then we'll check back in. All right, so I went and got some dirt. I got the typical cactus succulent mix, and I used about 5. I used 5 bags here, and I got kind of the rock stood up, but yeah, this one here, I'm gonna probably move it more this way and maybe leave a little gap there. And you know, I don't know, maybe I'll set a pot back in there, but I don't like how it looks there. But I need to stage my little rubble rocks kind of around the edge where it doesn't show in the video, but it's a little steep right here and here, and I don't want the soil or the top dressing just running off. And then I used 2 bags there, and I have a cutting that I got at Poot's Nursery there, and I stuck that in. I'm just going to leave that shade cloth over it, and I have a piece. I'll put this one back over my barrel cactus because the sun's getting pretty hot, and these were protected at the nursery. these were protected at the nursery, so I want to make sure they don't get burned out here until they're established. So that's all I'm going to do. And the spines will the spines will hold it on there. And it's a 50% shade cloth, so that'll keep it protected. That one the same thing. And then once that one roots, that one it has no roots. It's just a straight cutting. So I won't water that, but it does have, I don't know if I showed you this before. It does have a lot of blooms on it. So it'll be interesting to see if those open. I don't know if those came out after they cut it, but that came off of a huge, I'm pretty sure it came off of a huge cactus that was, 15, 20 feet tall. Piece fell off into the parking lot at Poots, so they had to cut a couple of big arms off of it. And then they just sell the cutting. So, I love that. So that one's, I'll just leave that covered. I won't water it. And once I see that maybe it springs out, it should send out a new arm somewhere on the side that'll grow up. This one will be protected. I'll leave that on there. And I might come out here and pull it off in the evening, and then put it back on around 10 when the sun starts getting warm. But I got a lot more to do. I do need to go back and get the rest of the flagstones that I want to do on here. And I have 2 more bags of soil out in the greenhouse that I might grab and bring those and add those to the base around here. So we'll check back in. All right, so I'm a little out of breath. Pardon me, I've been hiking back and forth to the back of the property. So I brought this. This is a really pretty Euphorbia millii. It's a crown of thorns. Now, it was yellow when I got it, but she did say sometimes they will change colors, but now it's kind of the flower's sort of a peach color. I really like it. It's about a foot, I don't know, 14 inches maybe tall. So I'm gonna leave that in the pot for now. But I think I'm gonna plant it actually right there. But I need a couple bags of soil to make a nice little mound, and then maybe I can plant some stuff under it. But I think it'll grow up, really cool right here behind my table. I kind of like that spot. So I'm just gonna leave it in the pot for now. And over here I added this mangave tooth fairy. And we all know I love my dickeas. So I had that one out behind the greenhouse, and it's doing really good. That is a black ice. And then I planted this one. I bought this one just recently on one of our little excursions. I believe I bought this one at Star Succulent Nursery, and that one is called Silver Superstar, and you can see it's got a bloom coming up, so that's fun. I'm gonna leave this in the pot. I cannot have that in the ground over here, so that's where that's gonna stay. So then I planted here, I've got a mangave, purple people eater. No, Pineapple Express. That's a Pineapple Express. That should fill in that spot. It only gets a couple feet by a couple feet, so it shouldn't get too big. I did stick a copper spoons in there. That one I've had sitting in its tiny little 3-inch nursery pot forever, and it's about 8 or 10 inches tall. But I love the copper spoons. But I will have to protect that over the winter because they can't take our frost. And I did just take the shade screen off just so I could kind of show what it looks like over here. But I am going to put those back on. So for now, this is where I'm at. Spud, get out of here. Spud, out. Spud. Spud, really? Go. No, no. Go on. Go. Go. Keep going. Keep going. Silly dogs. So for now, here's where I'm at. So I'm not going to put the top dressing on quite yet. I did not move that rock that I was talking about, that one there. I don't know. I might move it later, but for now it's pretty stable. I haven't hosed them off yet, so you can't really see the actual color, how pretty these rocks really are. But I think I'm kind of happy. This is all stuff that can handle our full sun here, the heat we get. Once it's established, right now it'll probably be pretty sensitive, but I will protect them. And yeah, I like that little area. It's gonna look really nice once I get the top dressing in. Hey, Buttercup. Buttercup. Kitty, kitty. What are you doing? Kitty, 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 kitty. Kitty, look at me. Buttercup. Hi, baby. Okay, so yeah, once I once I start getting the top dressing in, it's really going to look so much better. And then I might do something right here where I have this little pile of dirt. That was just something in a can. I dumped it over there because I wanted to get rid of the nursery pot, but I wanted to keep the soil. So I don't know. I might put something there, and I still need to find a place for that. Oh, you know what? I can use that big jade rock to hold up the soil over there somewhere. Or turquoise. I don't know. Like, it looks more jade than turquoise to me, but they list it as turquoise. So I got to go get more stepping stones, more of these flagstones over here to finish making my patio bigger because, yeah, I don't like that. I don't like how it looks. And then I'll start with the top dressing, and then it's going to look amazing. So, and if I find anything else I have around here that's super hardy and can take the sun, because everything over here is going to get full sun all day long, all summer. But if I find anything else that I can tuck in there without making it too much stuff, then I will. But I think I've got all the plants that I've had just sitting there waiting. You know, plants I bought because I liked them but didn't really have a place for them. I think I've got them all in. So these will look good. Those dickeas, they won't get very big. This little tooth fairy, it says it only gets, you know, probably not much bigger than it is. That barrow cactus will grow really slow. It's not even big compared to some of the ones that I've seen, but I'm so thrilled with it because it's the biggest one I have, and it was, I believe, $200. So I can't go any bigger than that. It's not in my budget. So I will check back in. So I went back for a little more. Didn't quite have enough for my garden over there. I didn't really like the way it turned out, so I bought some more of the stepping stones here. Some more of this, kind of looks like sandstone to me. Flagstones to go under my table and chairs, and a few more pieces of rubble. So let's get this unloaded. So this did not look good like that. I was hoping just to get a few, you know, under the actual table legs and chair legs. So I went back and I bought a bunch more of these. So I'm going to make this more of a rounder patio and fill it in more. And I think that'll look better. So let's see. All right, so I got the rest of the pavers down. I added a few in between. And I mean, it doesn't show on camera, but these are really cool. I think they have pyrite in them. They almost look like gold. And I added some more. My shadow's always in the way. Some more of these. I haven't really leveled them out yet. I need to level them out a little bit, but that looks better. Fills it in more. And then I'm going to fill in all the gaps with that Sonora Gold, or is it Sonoma, whatever it is, top dressing. And that'll keep them in place, and then I'll level them out a little bit. And then over here, you know, I have just the rest of these. That one's really the shiniest. It still doesn't really show up on camera, but it looks like it's made out of metal. So, and then I just threw some more of these little pieces of rubble around here to help keep that, to keep the dirt in the top dressing from rolling down. So I'm going to start adding the top dressing, and then we'll see how it looks. I'm almost done. So from back here, it's going to look really cute, I think. And then I just still need to get my wagon painted. But it feels like it's going to be windy again today. It's only going to be about 78 degrees, which is crazy for the end of June. But look at the sky. We got some clouds. Sun's just coming up. It's still early. I think it's around 8:30. But it's nice and cool this morning. This is the perfect time to work. So we'll check back in. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with the top dressing. Oops. Let me get my water bottle. Got to stay hydrated. It's only about 72 degrees today, which is crazy for late June here in the valley near Sacramento. But I'm not complaining. The sky is blue now. The clouds have all gone away, so it's warm in the sun. So here's how it looks. What I'm going to do next, I've got all the top dressing down. I rinsed it all off, you know, because it's, you know, the rocks and the boulders, when you get them, they're really dirty, they're dusty. But once you rinse them off, then you can really see, you know, the colors. And I got my little stones here, and they're wet. but they're actually the same shiny when they're dry, but I don't know if that's showing up on camera. It doesn't look like it really shows up, but these are so cool. They're almost metallic. And my flagstones are all set up and rinsed off. They're different colors. Some of them were really cool when I hosed them off. This one here had a big purple stripe through it. That was kind of nice. I couldn't see that until I rinsed it. So I got my table set up back over there. I did plant this crown of thorns, this Euphorbia millii here. It looks kind of small. It's actually bigger than it looks, but you know, it's about a foot tall. And I believe I have an Aluaudia in a pot, and I'm just going to stage the pot right there. It's a small pot, you know, so I think that'll look cute there. And then, you know, if I get a couple of small things that can take the full sun and the heat and all that, you know, that are party. I have another Dickia and I can't find it. Or not a Dickia, another Mangavi. I bought a lavender lady and I don't know what I did with it. I got to find it somewhere because I think I want to put that one out here too. Maybe I'll put that one there. The lavender lady, I've seen some are pretty big. Okay, so here's my barrel cactus. You can see how big it is now over here. Oh, it's so beautiful. I have my shade screen. I pulled it off to video it. I'll put my shade screen back over it because I really want it to get used to the sun. I don't want it to burn. Next year I won't have to worry about it. But so I've rinsed all the boulders off. I just left them like this. I added a few more little rocks around here just to keep the gravel from sliding down. I did plant another cactus here, and I'm sure I'll put a few more things around it. And then over here I have these few over there, and you can see that. Look at how pretty that rock is. Once I rinsed all the mud off of it, that thing is just stunning. I love it. So I did the top dressing all, and I even as lazy as I am, I don't know if you can see under there, but I even put the top dressing underneath the wagon. So now what I'm going to do is I got some more of the red lava rock. I'll make a couple ribbons in there to add some color, break up some of these big spaces. And then I've got some more of this. I've got a couple bags of this black lava, real small. I might add a couple of little tiny ribbons through there along, you know, just to make it look nice. So I'm going to do that now. And then this big area right here, I'm thinking about putting a big rock that's somewhat tall, maybe flat on the top, place for the cats to perch. Because when I'm out here, they love to run around and play in here, and they like to jump up on high things. And I think they might like a big rock right there. So I might do that there. I don't want to plant any more plants here. Maybe a few little plants in there, but I think I've got most of the plants that I'm going to put in here done. So we'll check back in after I get my ribboning done. Okay, so I think I'm done for the day. I'm pretty much done with what I'm going to do over here. But I'm done for the day because it's 2 o'clock and I'm tired. So I added in here some burgundy lava and a little bit of black. I have a little bag of black lava rock left. So I just made a few little ribbons here and there. Just, you know, I like the way it looks. I like the color. Fills up some empty spaces. I just kind of wind it around some of the pots. It's really bright out right now. The sun's pretty much straight up. It's about 2 o'clock, I think. And I think I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I added a little bit here. But it's starting to dry. You know, I'd hosed everything down, rinsed it. I did add that Aluaudia. It's in a nice green pot. And so those two can kind of grow next to each other. And I might plant some more stuff around here or bring in some more small pots and kind of tuck them into the hill. Just sort of set them into the hill maybe. I don't know. But I did put back here a little more lava. I just kind of wound it around. Everybody's looking good. And the wind is coming up. That's nice. I will cover that cutting down there and this barrel cactus back up. Sorry, I'm filling in a little hole that the cats, they go running through here, make little paw prints everywhere. So I will cover these back up as soon as I'm done, but I want to leave it off so you can see how it looked. And I kind of tamp that down a little bit because the soil's still pretty loose. I pack it down a little bit. I don't know if you can see. These are little footholes. The cats keep doing this. They run through here. But hopefully now that I've got rock on it, they'll stay out of here more because they like the dirt. And then if you come around this side, I trimmed that rose back. I need to obviously get after my roses. They have been very neglected. So if you come around this side, I made a little wall. I might get some more of these turquoise rocks and make it, you know, like a double rock wall there. Oh, I stuck this over here because I didn't know where to put it. But this is what it looks like from this side. So I've got a big open space here that I might just leave. You know, I don't know. And under there, I did, like I said, I did throw the gravel under there, so it looks good all the way around. And this is the view from this side. I do want to get this cutting. I got it wet. I do want to get that cutting covered back up because I don't want that to fry. And it's going to get hot here in a couple days. But yeah, I think it looks good. So now all I got to do is paint this wagon, which should be really easy. I'll just drape a tarp over the top, and then down below I'm just going to use spray paint. I just got to do it on a day where it's not windy, and it should be pretty simple. I did notice can you hear the pigs over there? They're fighting over the best shady spot under the trees. I did notice, so I knew when I bought this Perryi, it had one big pup, you know, right there. And then it had a little tiny sprout that was down in the dirt. So I just left a little piece sticking up, and it's actually looking like a Perryi. It's got a dead leaf over the top that I need to trim that off. Ugh, get that out of the way. But I just noticed this morning, it's got another baby over here. So that one looks good. For some reason, when you zoom in, your camera gets really shaky. I'm filming with my phone right now. But yeah, there's another pup there that I will, you know, when these get a little bigger, maybe, I don't know, maybe softball size, I'll probably take them off and plant them somewhere else. But yeah, otherwise, everything's looking good. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. That's a whole nother big section done. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, but if you check back in a couple days, I am going to post a video. I got this barrel cactus and that cutting over there on the other side. I got those two along with a few other things at Poot's Nursery in Ripon, California. And I made a video, a tour of there. That's an amazing place, so watch for that video. And so here, don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching.